Hey, what's up? Bahamas with Bill. This is Billy Bahamas. I just got back from the Bahamas Warwick Resort. The best all-inclusive buffet food I've ever had. The Italian sausage, the curry chicken, the pesto pasta. Oh, I gained so much weight. I had to run when I got back. So I want to talk about um, the airport, immigration, cab, getting to the Warwick, and then coming back from the Warwick to the airport. So get to the Bahamas airport, you walk through to get to immigration. So here's the tip. Number one. Well, first, that this pirate guy, like, "Arr!" was funny. There's 3 lines. There's one on the left, one in the center, and one on the right. The one in the center and the right are for visitors coming to the Bahamas. There'll be 2 sets of lines. And the line on the left, I think that's for Bahamian residents. So that line's not going to be too long. So depending on how busy the airport is when you're coming in, it was kind of busy, but it seemed like the immigration line on the right was moving faster than the one in the center. We got in the center, and that one was kind of moved slow. So I would say if the 2 lines on the right are both busy, get in the line on the right. There isn't any Wi-Fi when I got to the Bahamas. My wife's phone was working better than mine, but the Wi-Fi would seem a little spotty. So on the plane, we flew United. They gave us, the immigration paperwork you have to fill out. So that was nice. So we just get in line. Should have gotten the line on the right. The only thing is, they asked us, where we're staying, how many nights, and what's your flight number when you return. I don't know my flight number when I return. I could try to go to my United app, and I don't have Wi-Fi, but I was able to get to my email, which did have the flight number when I returned. So that's the only thing that kind of held me up in immigration, was looking for my returning flight number when I didn't have Wi-Fi. So we get through that, you go down. So it took a while getting through that. That middle line was long. So we're looking for my bags, my check bag on the carousel. It isn't there. So I guess if it takes too long, they set your bags in the middle of the spinning things. My bag was in the middle, so I found the bag. They lined these other bags up in the middle of the carousels. So got my bag. Then you go through another line where they ask you what's in your bag or something. That wasn't too long. And then you go through and you go to the taxi. There's a guy that has a taxi sign, and he is in charge of getting you a taxi. They got plenty of taxis. They get that because the Warwick does not have their own shuttle. So you take a taxi to the Warwick. It was $52. It was, when you get to Paradise Island, there's a $2 toll. The cab driver asked me for it. He said there's going to be a $2 toll and a $55 fare. So I had a random $2 in my pocket, gave him $2 for the toll. We get to the Warwick, he said it's $55. I've got a $100 bill. He doesn't have change. So I go to the Warwick, and they give me $2 $50 Bahama dollars for my 100, and I pay the cab. So that's that. Told you about the good food, good time at the Warwick. They have shuttles to Cabbage Beach. You can walk or run to Cabbage Beach. And coming back, you just tell the doorman that you need a taxi to the airport. And they said they can get one within 5 to 10 minutes. Actually, it was faster than that. And our flight didn't leave until 2, so you check out at 11, they will keep your luggage for you until you leave for your cab. So we checked out at 11. We stayed and still had some comforters, and I got a little more ice cream for lunch. We stayed and, chilled by the pool area until we left. Got the cab for us, and then back to the airport. And when you get to the airport, they have something called pre-clearance or pre-immigration. So usually when you go back to the United States, you have to go through immigration. But Nassau Bahamas has something where you go through immigration in the Bahamas, so when you get back to the States, you don't go through immigration. They didn't have the AC working well in the pre-immigration area. So just know that that line when I got there was probably about 20 minutes to go through pre-immigration. So that's something that I was not anticipating, that we're going through immigration in the Bahamas and do not have to do it when you get back to Houston. So hopefully that helps with you. But if you get to the Bahamas, go to that line on the right if both of them are full. That one seems to be going faster.